Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Northwestern Wildcats taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Badgers will put toe to leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Northwestern's offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes. At any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Northwestern wants to go quickly. He'll try to pop the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
On that last third down play, if you're going to go draw, the quarterback's got to do a better job selling the pass. I think he was just a little bit too quick getting the ball to the running back, and now here we are, fourth down.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Badgers offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. They go to the ground. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
They're setting up the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense. But the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Badgers are rolling down the field. The inside handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. 6th play of the drive coming up. The give from the gun. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Looking to throw for it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Looking to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Badger!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced.
And he's running in the open. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off play action. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Northwestern! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
Wants to throw on first down. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to. And when he sticks his foot in the ground, you could tell. When he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Snags it over the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quickly complete. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Northwestern right back to the line.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. This offense has a 2nd down play. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Offense set on first down. He's got it on the right. Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Badgers have moved it inside the 20. Quarterback will audible. Comes out throwing on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Dances away. On the move is the 30. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down. The Wildcats want to crank the tempo.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dennis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to snap it quickly. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Caught in the backfield, it's Dennis. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Northwestern making quick work on this drive.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
Got his man in the middle. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They're bringing heat. They've got the screen set up. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Running back searching for a hole. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Working the middle, it's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
It's hard probably for the fans, well, and listen, for me too, to justify you haven't ran the football very well. Not a lot of success. 3rd and short, and you run the football again. So I think you got to find something that's going to work. Maybe get the quarterback out of the pocket, him running the football, or he can run or pass. But the run game just itself, it's been pretty stuffed so far by this defense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. They'll run the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here's the handoff. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. And the field goal unit is on the field. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position, and the returner will be brought down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Defense playing a bail technique. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard lines. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On second down, he's looking downfield. Finds his big tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Northwestern will kick it off as we start the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's got it again. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the inside kick. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He'll pull it on the read. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Off the play fake. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Splits the uprights. Good.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Barco. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they got him for the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it behind the line. It's Madden. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. They're going to run it to the right. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. It doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll run it from the gun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks, and make plays.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese is closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They try to pop a run on the draw. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now adjusting. Lets it fly. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some...
Stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a run.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. And the Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this thing.
And here comes the offense on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's going to run it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here.
Fires and picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Going up top. Fires into traffic, picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Northwestern wants to go quickly. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Bulls his way forward. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man across the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
They'll leave it with him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to run for it. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. The Wildcats have their offense in high gear. Just when they're looking one, now up top. He's got his man. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Now the play fake. Firing toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Northwestern.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
On the run, it's Hicks. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out fast. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll run it again. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.